Hey everyone, in this video we'll learn about partial fraction decomposition, and as an example, let's say we have this fraction 5x plus 3 over x plus 1 times x plus 2. And what we want to do with this fraction is we want to decompose it. We want to break this fraction up into two different fractions. We want to break this up into a, which is some number, over x plus 1, plus b, another number, over x plus 2. So as you can see in our original fraction, in the denominator we have x plus 1 times x plus 2, and we want to break it up into these two different fractions where each of the factors are in their own fractions in the denominator. So x plus 1 is in this first fraction right here, and then x plus 2 is in the second fraction. So how do we go about doing that? Well, what we're going to do, and again, our goal is to solve for a and b. So our goal is to solve for those two numbers. Our first step is we are going to multiply both sides of this equation by x plus 1 times x plus 2. So x plus 1 times x plus 2, we're going to multiply it there. We're going to multiply this side by x plus 1 times x plus 2. Okay, so what happens when you multiply this side, the left side, by x plus 1 times x plus 2? So that cancels out in the numerator and denominator, and we are just left with 5x plus 3 on the left side. So that part is easy. Now for the right side of the equal sign, what we have to do here is we have to distribute this x plus 1 times x plus 2 here and here. So in this first one right here, we'll have a over x plus 1 times, so times x plus 1 times x plus 2. And what does that simplify to? Well, the x plus 1 in the denominator cancels out with this one in the numerator, so we're actually just left with a times x plus 2. So we can just go ahead and write that, a times x plus 2. Good, so we have that, a times x plus 2. And then now let's talk about distributing it to this b over x plus 2. So that would come out to b over x plus 2. So b over x plus 2 times x plus 1 times x plus 2. So now this time the x plus 2 in the denominator cancels out with the 1 in the numerator, and we are just left with b times x plus 1. So we'll just go ahead and keep that, b times x plus 1. Great. So now we're at this stage. 5x plus 3 equals a times x plus 2 plus b times x plus 1. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to distribute again this a to the x plus 2 and this b to the x plus 1. So let's scroll down. 5x plus 3 equals, so we have ax plus a times 2, so that's 2a, plus, so plus b times x, so bx, plus b times 1, which is b, bx plus b. Okay, so now we're at this stage. And let's keep going. So we have on the left side 5x plus 3 equals, and now this time what we're going to do is we're going to group some of these terms together. We're going to group some of these like terms. So we have ax and bx. So ax and bx we're simply just going to put together. So ax plus bx. All we're doing is grouping them. We're just rearranging the addition here. And then we're left with this, 2a plus b. So plus 2a plus b. And what we're going to do next, so let's just keep going, 5x plus 3 equals, what we're going to do over here is we are going to factor out this x. There's an x in both of them, and we're going to factor out the x, so x times a plus b. So a plus b. And then the rest of it plus 2a, so plus 2a plus b. Plus b. Perfect. And then right here, you might notice something. So on the left side of the equal sign, we have 5 times x. And on the right side of the equal sign, we have x times a plus b. So that must mean that 5 times x equals a plus b times x. So a plus b times x. And this also must mean that 5 equals a plus b. So 5 equals a plus b right here, which I'll just copy and paste. A plus b equals 5. Perfect. So we have a plus b equals 5. So we have that so far. And then going back to the equation, so right up here, you might also notice that we have a plus 3 here, and we have a plus 2a plus b. So this means that 3 must equal 2a plus b. 2a plus b. And now take a look at this. We have a system of equations right here. 3 equals 2a plus b, and 5 equals a plus b. So how do we solve a system of equations? Well, we can solve it by substitution. So what we're going to do is let's pick the second equation right here, and let's solve for a. So if you solve for a equals, assuming you subtract b from both sides, so subtract b. So a equals 5 minus b. So a equals 5 minus b, which I will then substitute in here. So this becomes 3 equals 2 times 5 minus b. So 5 minus b. And if you want to understand more about systems of equations and solving them, please watch my video on how to solve a system of equations so that this makes more sense. But basically, this is a system of equations that we're solving by substitution, and we're solving for a and b. So we have 5 minus b and then plus b. So all I did was substitute this a in orange for 5 minus b, because we just found out that a is 5 minus b. So let's continue this. We can distribute the 2. So we have 3 equals 2 times 5 is 10, minus 2 times negative b is negative 2b. So negative 2b, and then plus b. So what's negative 2b plus b? That is negative b. So we have 3 equals 10 minus b. And then we can subtract 10 from both sides. Subtract 10, subtract 10. So I'll just write negative b here. Negative b equals negative 7. And then dividing both sides by negative 1, you get b equals positive 7. So we know b equals positive 7. Perfect. So b equals 7. So we solve for b. And now to solve for a, we can just plug our b. So we know b is 7. We can plug 7 into this first equation right here for b. So a equals 5 minus, and we know 7 is b. So 5 minus 7. So what's 5 minus 7? That's negative 2. So a equals negative 2. And there we go. We've solved for a and b. A is negative 2, and b is 7. So what does that mean? That means at the very beginning, the partial fraction decomposition we had, which I'll actually just copy and paste again below. So our original problem was this. We started with this fraction right here, 5x plus 3 over x plus 1 times x plus 2, and we wanted to decompose it into a over x plus 1 plus b over x plus 2. Well, we know a equals negative 2. So we are just going to replace this a with negative 2, and we know b is 7, so we'll just replace this b with 7. And that is the answer. So that is how you decompose this fraction, 5x plus 3 over x plus 1 times x plus 2. It decomposes to negative 2 over x plus 1 plus 7 over x plus 2. And that is how you do a partial fraction decomposition. So I hope this video helps, and if you have any questions at all, please leave them down in the comments below, and thank you for watching.